Welcome to the Supreme Court of Yukon Guide, your day in civil or family court. This video will show you what to expect at your court hearing for family or civil matters in the Supreme Court. It does not discuss court hearings for criminal matters. The courthouse is located at 2134 2nd Avenue in Whitehorse, Yukon. Plan to arrive 10 to 15 minutes early. There is paid parking and some free parking around the courthouse. A city bus stop is located right outside. An accessible entrance with ramp is located off 3rd Avenue. Dress in a clean and professional manner. Casual clothing like shorts, flip-flops, sweatpants, and pajama bottoms are not a good choice for court. Make sure to bring all documents that you will need at your hearing. Check the court schedule posted on the white paper on the wall near the fish pond to find your courtroom. Most Supreme Court matters are heard in courtrooms 1 and 2 on the 2nd floor. Elevators are located to the left of the wall where the schedule is posted. You can also take the stairs up to the 2nd floor. You can't bring any food or drink into the courtroom. Water will be provided to you inside. The daily schedule for each courtroom is posted outside the door. You can check it to make sure you're in the right place. Once you find your courtroom, you may go inside. If the door is locked, wait for the sheriff or clerk to open it. When you enter the courtroom, you will see benches at the back called the gallery and 2 tables with chairs in the middle called the counsel tables, where the lawyers usually sit. These tables are separated from the benches by a long railing called the bar. If your case is being heard on Chambers Day, where other matters are also being heard, sit in the gallery until your case is called. When your case is called, go and sit at one of the counsel tables in front of the bar. The other party or their lawyer will sit at the other table. If you have a family law case being heard on Chambers Day, there will be a legal aid lawyer in the courtroom who can help you in court that day at no cost to you. They are called duty counsel. If your matter is not being heard on Chambers Day, you may go and sit at one of the 2 counsel tables right away. Remember to turn off your cell phone, remove your hat, and chewing gum. The clerk sits in front of the judge and is there to help the judge. The clerk is not a lawyer and cannot provide legal advice. A sheriff may also be present in the courtroom. You may ask the clerk or sheriff questions about the court process. If you need assistance with hearing, the clerk can provide you headphones that amplify sound. Anyone watching the court case who is not a party must sit in the gallery, remain silent, and not use their phone. The judge sits at a desk called the bench behind the clerk at the front of the courtroom. Before the judge enters, the clerk will turn on the recording device to record everything that is said in the courtroom. When you hear the clerk say, "Order in court," or "Order in chambers," it means the judge is ready to enter the courtroom. Stand up, if you're able, when the judge enters, and when you see the judge bow back to the judge. Once the judge sits down and the clerk calls the first case, you can sit down and wait for the judge's instructions. When you are in the court, respectful behavior is important. Address the judge as "Your Honor" or "Justice." Stand up, if you're able, when you are speaking to the judge. When it is your turn to speak, introduce yourself to the judge by saying your first and last name. Speak slowly and clearly. You should always speak to the judge directly. When you are presenting to the judge, do not speak to the other side. Avoid interrupting the other side or the judge. Listen to the other side and the judge when they are speaking. If you do not understand something about the process or what is said, ask the judge to explain. You can't record any part of the hearing, but you can listen to the court recording later if needed. At the end of the hearing, the judge will tell you what happens next. There may be another court date set, the judge may give their decision that day in court, or the judge may decide to reserve their decision. If the judge reserves their decision, you will get a written decision sent to you, or you will be asked to return to court to hear the judge's decision. When the hearing is over, the clerk will say, "Order in chambers," or "Order in court." The judge will stand and bow before they leave the courtroom. Stand up, if you are able, when the judge stands, and bow to the judge when they bow. Once the judge leaves the courtroom, you can leave too. If you cannot come to the court in person, you may be able to attend remotely by video conference or telephone. You can contact the Supreme Court for more information. Now you know what to expect at your court hearing. Thank you for watching.